West Philadelphia High School. This is Gabe Pellegrini, St. Tommy Moore, and again, Paul Bartolomeo, our president. Now for the players, here's Pete Draymond, back, Abington High School, 6 feet, 215 pounds. William Scott, backfield, Germantown High School, 6 feet 2, 180 pounds. Michael Miller, lineman, Bishop Egan, 6'3", 235 pounds. Patrick McDonald, lineman, St. Tommy Moore, 6'5", 235 pounds. Dave Purcell, lineman, Pennsbury High, 6'5", 265 pounds. Dave Carmanicki, center, Ridley Township High, 6 feet, 195. Tony DiMuzio, backfield, Bishop Newman High, 6'1", 185. Bob Davis, lineman, West Catholic High, 6'3", 230 pounds. Alan Moshe, end, South Philadelphia High, 5'11", 190 pounds. And Alex Mocknatch, back, Ben Salem High, 6'1", 190 pounds. Now here come the Rams of South Philadelphia High School, and they're getting ready to match the Burrs of West Catholic, who come roaring out of their locker room to see if they can settle this cliffhanger, which wound up at halftime in a 12-12 tie. Ralph Inarado gets ready to kick off for West Catholic to start the second half. Ralph boots one down to Lewis on the 8-yard line, and Lewis returns for short yardage all the way out to his 27. Whittington takes a handoff from Gorman and loses a yard on a great defensive play by Boyd. Gorman drops back to pass, can't find the receiver, and decides to run, but is brought down by a fine tackle by Bill Travers. On a 3-and-11 situation, Gorman drops back again and overthrows the intended receiver, Carlini. Frank Gorman punts for Southern, and Mike DiDonato hauls in the punt on his own 40-yard line, and behind some fine blocking and some fancy footwork, returns the ball for 39 yards to the Southern 21-yard line. Phillips on a slant to his right picks up 3 yards for his effort and is tackled by Moshe and Tretton. Barth on the belly fake hands the ball to DiDonato, who drives for 2 yards before Douglas stops him. DiDonato on a power play, off tackle, bulls his way for 2 more yards. Daniel Nolan on the stop. On 4th down with 3 yards to go for the first, DiDonato on a quick trap bolts for 7 yards. But West is offsides and the ball goes back 5. Here you see the coach, McInerney, giving Barth some instructions. On 4th and long yardage, Barth drops back to set up the Statue of Liberty as Small circles left end for the necessary yardage. On 1st and goal to go, DiDonato hits the middle for 4 yards, tackled by Whittington. DiDonato picks up 4 more yards before being knocked out of bounds by Whittington and Outlaw. On a brilliant defensive play by Southern's Regal Buto, Phillips is tackled for no gain. On last down and 2, halfback DiDonato scores, standing up behind a good block by Jordan. For the 2-point conversion, Barth drops back and tries to hit Rishkovsky, but Carlini bats the ball down. Score, West Catholic 18, Southern 12. Inarado once again kicks off for West to the Southern 17-yard line, where Lewis fields the ball and returns 21 yards to his own 38-yard line, tackled by O'Hara. On a dive play, Whittington is met by a host of West Catholic linemen, but manages to pick up 2 yards. Gorman calls on Fluellen, who slants to his right for 4 yards, tackled by Bradley. On 3rd and 4, Gorman tries to hit Moshe on a look-in, But Jordan reads the play and intercepts the ball and goes for 23 yards before being stopped by the passer, Gorman. With a first down on the 7-yard line, Phillips is met head-on by the Rams' Moshe, but still manages to pick up 2 yards. DiDonato on a quick trap up the middle picks his way to within inches of the goal line. Quarterback Barth, a little over-anxious, beats the snap of the ball on a sneak, and West Catholic will have to try again from the 5-yard line. Now let's watch a beautiful slow-motion shot as Small comes through on a quick trap to Talley as Tretton comes over too late to prevent the score. Once again, West Catholic tries a 2-point conversion. This time Barth, rolling wide to his right, decides to run it when he can't find the receiver and just manages to get inside the flag. Score, West Catholic 26, Southern 12. Inurata kicks off for West to Lewis, who takes it on the Southern 15-yard line and runs it out to his own 38. Whittington on a crossbuck finds a nice hole off his own right tackle and fights his way for 14 yards. Gorman on what looks like a busted play runs off his own right tackle for 3 yards. Brennan makes the stop for West. Lewis takes a pitch out from Gorman and sweeps his own left end for 6 yards before Croydon and Curtin make the stop. Whittington attempts the same play to the right, but the play is turned in. However, Whittington does manage 2 yards and the first on the West 38. Carlini tries to sweep his left end, but Croydon comes up from his corner spot to drop him after a 2-yard gain. Whittington tries to hit off his own right tackle, where Bradley sets up the tackle for Boyd, who drops the ball carrier for -2. On the last play of the third quarter, Gorman drops back after a double fake and attempts to hit Constantine, but Brennan makes a great save for West. Score, West 26, Southern 12. On 4th and 10, Gorman drops back off play action and hits Whittington, but the Rams halfback can't hold the ball as he is hit by Travers. On 1st and 10, Barth drops back and throws just a little too long for Bill Horvath, and the ball drops out of his reach. DiDonato on a halfback draw decides to go outside and scampers 9 yards before Strampello brings him down. On a crossbuck, DiDonato hits off his own left side for 2 yards and the first on the West 49. On a straight drop-back pass, Barth fires one intended for Rishkovsky, but the pass is far too short. On 2nd and 10, Lee comes back from his flanker spot and takes a handoff from Barth on the Statue of Liberty play and shows some real broken field running as he dashes 51 yards for West's 5th touchdown. It was a brilliant run all the way. Now let's take a look at the same play from our overhead camera and watch Lee score the touchdown that put the game out of reach of Southern. Without a doubt, for sheer thrills, this was the best running play of the entire contest. DiDonato picks up the 2-point conversion on a draw play. Inurata's kickoff is taken by Lewis on the 20, and he returns out to his own 40 before O'Hara and Inurata stop him. Gorman now fires a pass to Constantine, good for 9 yards. Gorman now finds Constantine on a hook pass, good for 13 more yards. Lewis now tries an end sweep and goes for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Gorman drops back and fires to Moshe, complete on the 15-yard line. Whittington attempts to sweep right end, but loses 3 yards. 2nd and 13. Gorman drops back and attempts to hit Moshe, but the pass is off the mark. From the shotgun, Gorman's pass to Constantine is dropped on the West 10. With 4th and 13, Gorman spots Moshe in the clear, but Small makes a key interception on the Burrs' 2-yard line. Francis McEntee hits on a dive play for no gain, 2nd and 10. Travers drops back into his end zone and fires a pass to Bob Oswald as Niblack almost intercepts for Southern. Lee drops back for West and gets off a very short punt that is down by Sharkey and Oswald on the West 25. Gorman gets good protection as he attempts to hit Carlini on a deep down and out pattern, but Brennan covers alertly for West Catholic. Gorman comes back with the same call and completes the pass to Carlini for a 1st down on the West 7. Whittington hits off his own right tackle for 2 yards. Bradley and Brennan on the stop. Whittington hits the same hole for another yard. 3rd and goal to go on the 4. Whittington repeats a 3rd time on the same play, same hole, and fights his way for Southern's 3rd TD at 8:22 of the 4th period. Gorman lobs a pass intended for Moshe in the left flat, but Croydon deflects the toss. Score, West Catholic 34, Southern 18. Gorman now kicks off to Croydon, who returns 12 yards to his 37 before Joe Zagrella makes the stop for the Rams. Phillips is stopped by Frank Mello after a yard slant, 2nd and 9. Phillips finds a nice hole off his left guard and drives for 8 yards. Eric Boydler and Jim Angelo on the stop. Phillips now grinds out 8 more yards for a 1st on Southern's 42. Douglas and Angelo on the tackle. McEntee hits inside his own left tackle for 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Travers hands off to Sharkey, who picks up a yard at right tackle. 3rd and 3. Mike Haddad hits off his own left tackle for 2 yards. 4th and 1 on the Rams 34. McEntee twists his way off right tackle for 7 yards and a West Catholic 1st on the 27. Sharkey takes a handoff from Dennis Kohlhoff and hits off right tackle for no gain as the 28th City High School Football Championship game comes to an end. Final score is West Catholic 34, Southern 18. Coach McInerney is carried across the field on the shoulders of his championship West Catholic squad to meet coaches Mexiani and John Pendino of Southern. Now this is Charlie Tomasco winding it up for Blue Cross and Blue Shield, who sincerely believe in better health through sports.